Episode 75. The button has been pressed. The finale protocol, that I decided to call it or whatever, has finally been initiated. We got the vault key last time, and then we got the sanctum key, and then we opened up that one map puzzle in room 46. We didn't get the last key of 8, or the last sanctum key, behind the last door of 8. And that's because it's actually been under my nose this entire time. But this should be the finale episode where we do get that last sanctum key. That's the plan anyway. It seems doable. This would be very embarrassing if this isn't actually the finale episode. Despite me talking this way at the very beginning. Let's just try to make it the finale. The last sanctum key is behind the last door of 8. It wouldn't make sense for it to be behind the sanctum door itself, but paradoxically I thought it had to be because, well, that just sounds very climactic, doesn't it? Some weird logical puzzle that makes it so that you somehow get the key before you go behind the last door in the sanctum. But that's not how it works. Had to look this up in between the last episode and this one, but that last hint in room 46 for the last location of the sanctum key. Last door of 8 actually refers to... not that. This. The mechanarium. It has 8 doors, and the last sanctum key is behind the last door of 8 there. I previously wondered if random doors would open in this, and maybe they do. But I guess always that last door of 8 is going to have the sanctum key. And come to think of it, I guess there aren't really any other rooms that have exactly 8 doors. The sanctum technically doesn't have 8 doors, does it? It has the 8 doors that lead into the different realm rooms, whatever they're called. But it doesn't have exactly 8 doors because there's a door leading into the sanctum from the underground tunnel, which I guess counts as a door. And of course this doesn't really count as I'm pretty sure that's not what the developers intended, that there's only one room in the entire game that has exactly 8 doors. But knowing some of the puzzles in this game, maybe it is. Maybe they meant that to be a red herring, but there are actually 9 doors in that room, so it doesn't count. There are also 8 doors in the grand hallway, or whatever it's called. The Great Hall. 7 locked doors. But there isn't exactly 7 doors, and there isn't exactly 8 doors. Counting the 7 doors that are visible in this picture, there is the door you enter in, which is the 8th door. And then behind 2 of the locked doors on the left and right, there are a 9th door and a 10th door. So if we go by the exact wording of the hint, behind the last door of 8, then these can't be, the 8th door can't be the last door and the 8th door. There has to be exactly 8 doors, and the 8th door has to be the last. So yeah, the only room that I guess applies to that would be the mechanarium. I'm pretty sure. No other room has that many doors, I guess. Or even close to that many doors. Really just the Great Hall and that one room in the sanctum or whatever. And it's not like the hint is necessarily supposed to point towards that, it just feels like, I don't know, maybe that's the fine print that they can use to get away with that hint. It's not like the hint has to point to one room. It could point to multiple rooms that could be the last room of 8, and it's up to the player to find out which room it could be in. It's just kind of funny to me how that kind of works out. That there's only one room with 8 doors. So what happens here? The basement key. So close, yet so far away. Why did we do this? I'm actually going to look this up right now. This was something that we were doing in the background while trying to get the sanctum keys, and it was just kind of a mystery to me why this appeared in the back of Lady Epson's journal. I mean, sure, we got the basement key. But how does this mean anything? Like, it's just the normal room effect. And of course, this note is different, I guess. Would we have to open these doors somehow? They would just lead back into the shrine. Like, that's how the outer room works whenever you copy a room over. With the blessing of the monk, right? So I'm going to search blueprints, antechamber, outer room, monk. And there is a Steam page, I guess. And there are some people talking about it. And nobody's really getting into anything specific. It's just hard to read through all of these different posts. I'm just going to look at a wiki page for the antechamber, I guess. And see if there's anything about the outer room. Here it is, a not quite thing, under a spoiler tag. If the antechamber is drafted as an outer room, in an attempt to reach room 46, it contains a basement key and a different note, this one reading so close yet so far away. Pulling any of the levers will open the associated door in both antechambers. Okay, so that's why we're doing this. I'm not going to read any more of the spoiler stuff. This just confirms that there is more to see here. We can pull antechamber levers. That's kind of our job. We have like 6 of those. 8 of those in total. I guess what we really need are the east and the west side, and the north one. There might be something behind each door, there might not be. We'll find out. But this day is going to be all about getting those mechanical rooms to get the last room of 8. However we can do it. It's just going to be a normal day until then. The nurse's station this close to the entrance. It would let us kind of mess around the outside. Like, walk around outside, then come back to the inside. Whenever we're at the end of the day and don't want to run out of steps. But only if we're kind of dying on steps. It's not like the worst thing in the world. It's not very good to start with, but whatever. We'll waste a gem on it, and gain a gem back. Just a normal day. But the main thing that we want is to be able to re-roll a bunch of our rooms, just like we did yesterday. So that's going to mean we want the study. Gems to start with. It'll be hard to loop back to this room on the left side. But that's okay. We don't need every room, it just means we're at a disadvantage a little bit. Any rooms lost means just a slight disadvantage. Dining room's okay. It'd be good if we could get this dining room and then create a shortcut with the garage later on. Kitchen is also good. We don't have any green rooms yet. The storeroom is also a fair amount of resources at this early stage. We could just spend our money on food for steps. I don't think we have to worry about that right now, though. What we want are to choose rooms that are mechanical. And there is a strategy to get more mechanical rooms. They are pretty hard to come by. But of course, the main thing is going to be just getting rerolls. Den's not the worst thing in the world. So if we're doing the den here, let's use the entrance hall here. Oh, I guess that spawned in. Lucky. Well, there's a mechanarium, but this only takes effect once you already have rooms in the house that are mechanical. We can't add this in now and do it later. So we're going to need 7 mechanical rooms before we even draft this thing. And unfortunately, I couldn't make a lot of those mechanical rooms more common with the wrench. I just couldn't draw them due to their rarity. Any day that I had the wrench. No items. Except for this one right here, the obvious one. Observatory, huh? That would be our route to rerolling, technically. And it goes in a direction that is advantageous for its position. I think I want to do this. The guy's bedroom is 2 more dice, which is rerolls, but it is a dead end. Observatory it is. Oh, and dice. We really are lucky today. I think that's a good sign. Maybe this is going to be the finale. We're up to 54 stars. I don't want to spend all of my stars today just to make it the finale, but we can spend some of them if we think there just aren't any good options. And we of course also have the dice. I don't like any of these options. The corridor is kind of a waste this early on when it's not going to be locked. I would like 1 redraw. These are both T-junctions, but they don't go in the direction I want. And I feel this would be a waste of passageway. We could do security. It is a mechanical room, and we should take those chances when we get them. Yeah. We could also remote into the experiment. Or I could wait. I could wait and unlock all the doors in the house later. I might want to do that. Really, experiments would probably only help us with permanent upgrades. I guess there are some other parts of the experiment B column where they do help with my current day. I think we're just not going to worry about it today, unless we actually run across the lab. Should we do the south side first? Before we turn around, let's see if there's anything we can do here. This is actually not great. This is a lever, and we are keeping in mind the antechamber in the outer room. But this lever is only for the south side. So no, I don't think we care about this one today. And losing half our steps is obviously pretty bad. This is okay. What would we choose? Maybe like hallway to unlock the foyer so that all subsequent hallways are unlocked? could spend our money on a shop, maybe even the showroom, for some fun bonuses today. Maybe we'll do that. That means we're kind of giving up on this entire left side of the house. We need those doors, don't we? Unfortunately, secret passage can't be used to unlock mechanical rooms. None of the mechanical rooms are anything other than blue. The laundry room isn't the worst thing in the world. It'd be good to get a bunch of diamonds if we do get the study. But I think we're still just going for the showroom. We'll spend a star on that. A star or two. There it is. Alright, so we'll start our day. Kind of start our day. Pretty early in the day. It's getting some good bonuses here. This is pretty important, isn't it? The steps are important too. And I think what we would prefer is to have this compass to rotate rooms that are not advantageous to us. But I think we do want the emerald bracelet first. Or maybe we get the compass first. And while we still have diamonds, we can rotate the rooms and spend diamonds on those rooms. I don't think we have to worry about rotating rooms immediately. This is just until we get 8 more coins, basically. Which should be pretty soon. So yeah, let's negate the cost on this and save our diamonds for rerolls, hopefully. And let's head back to the beginning. We'll come back in this direction soon enough. Yeah, the study is what we want. We're doing it now. And a free gem for re-rolling. And also some coins. Oh, a key. We do need keys. So now the game truly begins. We need mechanical rooms. We severely need them. And I can reroll to get mechanical rooms, but for that we need gems. So the main thing we're going to need to get gems is going to be the laundry room, to exchange our coins into gems. Which I guess means we'll maybe pass up the opportunity on that compass. Yeah, give us this. The keys are also important. And if it's the key card, that negates that one situation that always sometimes pops up. When we just get jumped by a security door. When it's our only route forward. 2 squared is 4, plus 1 is 5 squared is 25, minus 20 is 5. Okay, square on the negative steps. Begin with 10 and subtract 10, which is a 0 squared is 0. Times 4 is 0. Wait. Okay, yeah, minus 2 is negative 2, squared is 4. Square on the negatives. Addition of 10 and 5, 15, minus 20 is negative 5 squared is 25, minus 20 is 5, squared is 25, divided by 5 is 5. And there's the key card, as if I planned it. Let's go to the left. We'll reroll if we have to. More gems is okay and all, but it's not like it's going to be a lot for rerolling. It just means this will tide us over until we actually get the laundry room. And there's the shovel. Shall we dig? We don't really have to worry about getting the vault key anymore, so no need to do the whole guess and check or whatever, where, not guess and check, but the DRI strategy I had, where there might have been some increased chance of getting a vault key if you use the detector shovel, combining these two items, but we never have to worry about that ever again. Couple more coins. Any more coins we get means we just get that much more diamonds in the laundry room. Yeah, give us a less common floor plan, because that could include the rarer mechanical rooms, and I think we'll even do some redraws on that. And there's the drafting strategy sweepstakes edition of the drafting, whatever it's called. Drafting Strategy Architectural Digest. What was the fine print here? We have to beat the record. So yeah, we have to beat his record, not equal his record. No, wait. Oh yeah, his record was 19, so we have to equal 20. It wasn't 21. Got it. Understood. But that's only for like extra stuff. We're not doing that because this is the finale. Shall we use a key? We're kind of in trouble if we don't get any more keys than this. Since we have the key card, we might want to actually go back to security and set things back to high. It'd be better if we could remote in though. Okay, this is a fair amount of diamonds, and it goes into the foundation. But I think what we really want is to try to redraw for one of those mechanical rooms, one of the rarer ones that might have a hard time appearing any other time. I think this is a good use of our redraws. I hope. Damn. It's a bit early for this. We only have one mechanical room. But this is a strategy. You can now draft second copies of rooms you already have in your house. We need this chamber of mirrors in order to create more mechanical rooms that are already pretty common, like security and laboratory and all that. We need them back in the drafting pool, but what we're trying to do here is just... It's something else. Well, this would be... This would be a lever. This would also be a lever, but it's locked. I'm not sure I like this one. We have 3 more redraws, I guess. Kind of wasting all of our redraws on this might be a bad idea, but of course we do have these redraws if we really need them. I just want that one rare mechanical room. Any one of them. Well, actually, this is good too. This is bad because it's a dead end, but Solarium might be good for us. Or this day might just be another mulligan. No need to give up so quickly though. Broken lever. We can still mess around, can't we? The only question is, do I want to continue north or do this now? I guess we might as well continue north until we run out of keys. Maybe I should have done this from the beginning so I don't run out of steps, or didn't run out of steps. Or won't run out of steps. Past, present, future, whatever. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Running out of keys here. Well, there's the workshop. We kinda need it. We're gonna make it. What can we make? We've got the lever, the shovel, and this battery thing. We can make the special digging instrument. That would give us a bunch of diamonds, I guess, which is pretty good for today, all things considered. No, not that. The jackhammer is what it's called. Maybe I should have saved those dig spots after all. Oh well. Oh right, we passed by security. I should have turned things to high. I guess I'll go back and do that now. Steps are becoming a problem now. Yeah, there's a mechanarium. It is common, so that's good. But we only have 2 rooms so far, and barely any room left to work with. I think we're going to do the boudoir here, and try to go left and T-junction down and out. It's probably going to be locked, isn't it? We never did quite get that laundry room. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Only special key we have is the basement key. So even though we don't have that many steps remaining, we can do the one thing that I guess can extend our day, because we have the key card. A bit of a trek to get there though. I kind of regret not buying that kitchen. Call the elevator. It's pretty rare that this actually comes in handy, but I guess in situations like this, sometimes it does. Of course, these could just be locked. Some jackhammer. Give me something. Okay. Let's go into the house first. The rumpus room. We already got the last the last thing. Okay, this might actually be important to do. The flat 10 plus the morning room. 15, I guess that one first. The less coins we have, then the less we can spend on gems if we use the laundry room, which is becoming less and less likely. If we get the boiler room, that's kind of our key to getting more mechanical rooms, due to the way the vent system works. I maybe don't need the steps immediately. Wonder if I should redraw here. Well, actually, we do need the keys, kind of desperately. Okay, I guess we're not spending our coins on that old strategy of changing them into gems or keys or whatever. We're instead playing more traditionally, buying normal keys. And we also increased our lockpicking skills, so that's good. If this could please be the secret guarding key, that'd be pretty important, I think. Well, we can work with that. And just give me 3 keys, I guess. We'll hang on to these 7 coins in case laundering does become a thing, and I don't know, we want to exchange gems for keys or something. And I assume immediately we'll probably have to use, yeah, a key. Good thing our lockpicking skill is so high. Freezing would be pointless at this point, even if we wanted to prepare for tomorrow. If we call today a mulligan. Probably if we disregard any redraws, we would want the casino for more money. Just the money that spawns in, not actually participating in the casino. Although, I guess I could just play the game for the lower amount. I usually just ignore those lower amount ones. But with resources kind of being a little bit sparse, I guess we could spare 5 coins for a chance at other resources. So yeah, give me casino. And if this room is locked, we could also try to combo into another shop. Like the laundry room, but that would be a dead end, so not the laundry room. Yeah, we don't want to use the prism key on this one. It's like a 5 coin option, right? Yeah. Very middling rewards. We could go for the 21 and get a chance at like allowance, but just give me the 5 one. We've never really... No wait, we did do this the very first time. When I meant to wager 100 and then I wagered 5. Well, we're doing it again, and this time we're getting a better reward. Yeah, that's what I've come to suspect. Come to expect. And suspect. It wasn't locked anyway. Okay, this is good. The greenhouse was previously a dead end. It's no longer a dead end. Lets us continue and also makes more green rooms. Although we don't want green rooms, do we? Actually, do we want this? Which lever is this? We don't even have the broken lever anymore, we lost it. So we can't use this for the antechamber even if I wanted to. The one thing would be that there would be some more gems in here, due to the flowers being watered. I think we just want the aquarium though. More doors than the greenhouse. Of course, what we really want is the boiler room or something. Oh, I see my mistake before. This whole time I was looking at this thinking the aquarium wasn't drained. That what I was looking at down here was like, I don't know, the light from the surface or something, even though there is no surface. Like being shadowed onto the seafloor or something. This is actually the water right there. The whole time I've been looking at it, I haven't been seeing this water at this very low level. I just thought that was like, that this blue background was the entire thing underwater. But no, this is the water, and it's just barely at the very bottom of this rock here. Same for this and all of this. Well, not here, there's no water. I finally figured it out. What I was looking at here in the finale episode. This is still the finale episode. We don't have to give up. I think we just redraw until we maybe get something more useful than either of these. Unfortunately, we don't have exactly 2 green rooms, but even then, that's not what we want today. Okay, that is useful. Unfortunately, we're kind of low on coins. Maybe I just want to ignore the laundry room today. I mean, this would still be slightly more gems than we currently have. But it'd only be 4 more redraws, and I don't think we can get that many more mechanical rooms with just 4 redraws. No, if we want to do a laundry room build, we have to start this with a lot more gems earlier in the day and something. Today, if things don't work out, we'll pocket the study and put that in the outer room, because we still have the blessing of the monk. So I think we'll just make the classroom instead for a few free redraws. Or maybe we want to go forward? Let's just try this. We don't have to worry about grade 1 or whatever. We're kind of beyond that now. We will take the apple. Okay. Alright. Secret passage. Again, doesn't help us with mechanical room. I think we just want to redraw as many times as we can to get a mechanical room. This really should count as a mechanical room, I think. This is kind of a good position for it, though. We can rotate the rooms and do any of the rooms, like, in all 4 directions. Well, all 3 directions. But I think we have to go for the mechanical rooms. As unlikely as it's seeming. Damn. I guess we'll do this for more redraws. I really was hoping this would be the finale. Technically, it still can be. I'm not holding out hope, though. Yeah, give me a redraw. The pump room is mechanical. Right, we need the pool if we want to get the pump room, so this is technically working towards the goal. We didn't get the boiler room today. It's kind of a huge problem to not get the boiler room when going for the mechanarium. And of course it's my own fault. I made every single room in the damn game common. I guess what I could do is make every room that isn't a mechanical room its original rarity. If we get back to the conservatory. Okay, that's mechanical. We'll take it. And I don't think I'd say no to the Hall of Mirrors right around now if it didn't end our day immediately. With the Hall of Mirrors, we could get the utility closet, security, and the workshop again. Workshop's still pretty rare, but it would be back in the draft pool. That doesn't matter. Turn off the gym. Wondering if I should use my keys on this. I guess typically they're not too bad to use on this. Could be like a special key. Like the garden key, which we're still kind of after. Or dice. Maybe back to the drawing room. Well, it doesn't really matter where we go from here. Passageway is decent at this position. And if we happen to get the boiler room connected to it, that would also be good. We'll take it. And give us more rerolls. I should consider swapping to a different boon other than the pawn. I could have done that yesterday, but I didn't feel like I had enough steps to get all the way outside and end the day in the antechamber, as planned. We would need the office, or the throne room, but mainly the office. That's kind of our key. Oh, and the chapel, or anything else with a bishop. Alright. Let's try this side first. I don't know if I like any of these rooms. The lab. Perfect. I guess we can also run the experiment. This makes 4. 4 rooms with mechanical symbols. We just need 3 more, and then we also need to get the mechanarium. Don't think there are any more crates to remove, other than that one that's like right at the front, which I'm pretty sure isn't anything. We already have the door in the back. Half of our steps are gain dice, so this would actually be pretty good if we had like a centrally located nurse room, where we could always get our steps and then gain dice. And in fact, if we combine this with this, we'd get like a lot of dice, 40 dice, basically for free if we were right next to the nurse room. And in fact, how far are we from the nurse room? We could get really jacked lockpicking skills all in one day, like 10 times. But if this is the finale, then we don't need permanently increased lockpicking skills. We just need dice to reroll to make it the finale. We're not that far from the nurse's room, are we? I mean, it's all the way on the opposite end of the house. We'd have to like go through the foundation. But that's still not that far. The only problem would be with 20 steps, we'd have to walk 1, 2, 3, go outside for 4, then another 5 and 6 to go through that one tunnel, then I think 7 to get inside the elevator, which is the foundation, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And if we want to go back to the nurse's station to refill, we couldn't do that if we went all the way here. It would be interesting to get all of those dice. I think we hold on this experiment. It would have been nice to get a lot of dice to do rerolls on all of the remaining doors, the few doors that remain. Unfortunately, there's no real way to get our steps back. Unless we use the kitchen. There's still food there, and we still have money. It wasn't that much food, though. We can do this. We can do this. We're gonna do it. But before I do it, I should check the map to make sure I know where I'm going. Oh, and we also have the dining room, of course. Yeah, this strategy can work. This is how we make it to finale. So we need to go through the pool, through the drawing room, classroom, and then just all the way to the foundation. And then it's easy from there. Activate the experiment. I previously questioned if adding this into our drafting pool or into our experiment roulette was even worth it, this whole thing of losing half your steps. But we can work with this. So yeah, we lose exactly 10 steps. That's the thing we have to keep in mind. We just have to make sure that we don't check our map too often, or at all on our way. Back this way, through the pool room, through the drafting room, through the classroom, through the aquarium, and loop back around into the foundation. And all the way through here. And just like that, we're ready to run our experiment. I guess this is why they put the limit of 10 times for this experiment, because you can metagame like this. Down to 5 steps. Somehow 3 steps, I don't know why. But here. Now we're at 20. I don't know how that brought us back to like 2 or something. It should have brought us down to 5. I guess I'm glad that it didn't like kill us immediately. Run the experiment again. And somehow down to 5 again. How did that work? There's something weird going on with this experiment. I don't know if it's bugged or what, but it's still working for us. Yeah, it went to 9 and then went to 5. As long as it doesn't break randomly in the middle, we should be fine. And as long as I don't tap the trigger twice to look at the map twice. Keep nursing me back to health, please. That's 6 times. 7 times. 8 times. 9 times. And that's 10. Actually, it's already done. So yeah, we've now got 19 steps. I guess we can use this. Sure, I guess that's a fair trade. We can also unlock every single room in the house if we need to, since the experiment has been triggered more than enough times for radiation, and we have Black Bridge. So yeah, now we go to the dining room, and I guess we can continue through the boudoir, but I think we'd rather wait on that. Or what if we did that now? We're at 18. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It'd actually be pretty hard to walk there with just the nurse's station. Yeah, we're just gonna work with the passageway, I think. We got the... no wait. This isn't the showroom, it's the boiler room. The boiler room is what we want though. Just hoping it happens soon, with all of our dice. The nice thing about the dice, unlike the study, there's no limit to how many dice you can use on one room. We can just keep on rolling until we feel like we want to continue. It's pretty much in my hands now to decide what I want, that and a little bit of RNG. Well, a lot of bit of RNG. There's always more routes to get more redraws, whether it's the inkwell or the study with gems and the laundry room, or this with dice, somehow. And yeah, we need these steps too. Did I make the special key? I guess I can check. I think I already did though. Plenty of steps to work with. Yeah, I got the special key. We also don't need any more keys. But we still won't unlock every door in the house if there's maybe still a chance we get the secret garden key. I haven't forgotten the antechamber on the outside of the house. Let's begin with this room, I guess. Well, that's just one redraw. I think what we'd rather do is try to connect up... No, we're kind of running out of space here already. I think what we need right now, maybe I'll spend all 40 of my dice on it, could be the mirror chamber. We already have the lab, the security room, the workshop, and the utility closet. The mechanical rooms are basically all on this one page, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's only 6 mechanical rooms, like total, in the normal draft pool. The only way you get more is the mechanarium, which counts as the 7th, sure. But that's it. So you do need the Hall of Mirrors, basically, unless I'm missing a mechanical room. So knowing that we do need the Hall of Mirrors, we just have to keep on drawing and redrawing until we get the Hall of Mirrors, which should be more likely with the solarium in play. I guess I'm still going to consider every room that comes across whether or not it's useful. And technically we can do this redrawing if we do any other door in the house. So if we get like another mechanical room, whichever one I'm forgetting we haven't drawn yet, we can still draw that if it's not the Hall of Mirrors. Except for the Mechanarium, that one's last. Begin redraws. And we're just going to keep on going. We have all these dice, we're going to use them. Seeing a lot of the same rooms happening. There's the laundry room. We don't really care about laundry today. We're past that now. There's the throne room. That would let us through the antechamber over in the outer room, but that's just the same thing as the one in the sanctum, which we can just walk to. We don't need rare items today. Laundry room again, huh? Come on, Solarium, help me out here. We want that special Hall of Mirrors. Can that even spawn in this location? Well, we'll take the pump room, I guess. I'm not sure if the Hall of Mirrors has some special rule that has to spawn it on the inside of the house or something, which would be a huge problem for me, because there's only one more inside of the house room, which we need for other things, basically. Yeah, the pump room. And actually, while I'm standing here in this room for intense thought, at least it feels like people sit in this room and just think, I'm going to actually look up the Hall of Mirrors, see if there's some special rule on the wiki that says this has to be in the middle or something. Blueprints, Hall of Mirrors. Chamber of Mirrors, I guess. Are there any like special rules about this in the description or... Possible items, secrets. I don't think these secrets show anything, yeah. Okay, there is no mention of special rules on the wiki page for drafting this. I'm pretty sure there would be something on the wiki if players knew. Maybe there are still things players don't know about how some rooms are drafted. Probably like the secret garden and other green rooms that can only be drafted on the edge of the map. There's probably some players that already would know if these rooms would have a need for a specific position. And I imagine they would have mentioned it on the wiki. That's the idea. So hopefully we can just redraw on any room here to get the Hall of Mirrors. Starting this way, we also won't say no to the boiler room. Especially in this position connecting to the passageway. Seems like it's kind of late in the day for the boiler room though. Maybe I should have taken that courtyard. If we get the extra diamonds, that means more rerolls beyond these dice that we have. Any rerolls will help, really. I think we'll take this courtyard and also connect to the corner room. I guess. The corner room lets us get more redraws and we can try to figure something out. Gotta hear that sound 4 more times, at least. We don't need those. And use the jackhammer on this lock. I'm sure you could. But we're not going to. Maybe more dice? Yeah, more dice. Okay. Let's roll the dice. Laundry, huh? No. Let's not dead end ourselves here. This would mean we would get like 16 more rerolls once we run out of 11 gems. Maybe as like the last room if we run out of redraws here. Conservatory? If today is a mulligan, this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We basically have 30 plus redraws on the next room. So we could make this room whatever we want, really. And the conservatory only spawns here. Code check. We want that to be common, like everything else. The commissary, common. We have the money to spend. And the courtyard, common. The other thing I could do here is return every room back to its normal rarity, like the rotunda. Back to rare. Or the funeral parlor. No, wait, that one wasn't. I guess most of these weren't changed rarity. Not as much as I thought, I guess. I'm not sure it would really help us to change everything back to their normal rarity. I don't think so. I mean, it would help in a statistical way if we went through everything and made them not common, the lowest rarity, or the highest rarity, whatever. But I feel like the gains from that wouldn't be as much as what we would lose in subsequent runs if these useful rooms are more common. This is a green room. We don't want a green room, we want the Hall of Mirrors. And it can't be the secret garden, even with the prism key. What if we save this in case we get the secret garden key? I don't think it works that way, though. I think we're just going to use a normal key and do the old re-rolling. What we want is the Hall of Mirrors. And I'm really not sure if it even spawns like this. Beginning to think it might not. We're just seeing a lot of the same rooms we normally see, even with the solarium in play. Oh, RNG, you fickle mistress. I think we're just gonna run out. Let's just make this code check in case today really does run out, which it seems like it will. And I guess we can pocket the emerald bracelet. Now let's go to this side of the house. If we get the Hall of Mirrors here, then maybe we'll be able to get the remaining rooms through here. Somehow. I'm not sure. We have 1, 2. Pool doesn't count, I guess. 3, 4. 5. Didn't we have more than that? I could have sworn we had more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is just 5. Not as close as I thought we were. Which one are we missing then? If it's only 5 out of the 6. That would be the boiler room itself, right? The one thing that we want. Well, other than the Chamber of Mirrors. Hoping beyond hope here. Didn't we make the boiler room common? I feel like it should have appeared by now. This is actually not terrible. Unless the Hall of Mirrors can't actually spawn on the edge. Whether or not we're redrawing here or later, I think we're just rolling dice, so it doesn't really matter if we put the passageway here or not. It'd just be like more chances at the mechanarium and other things like right next to us, but the only chances we have are this, basically. Maybe. I'm just going to assume that there aren't any special rules about where the rooms can spawn. I'm gonna hope. Because these extra doors could help. And especially the extra rerolls on the corner room. It might just be that nobody actually mentions this sort of thing, that you can't get certain rooms with certain positions that aren't actually explicitly mentioned by the game, like the conservatory and whatnot. I think we will go for the laundry room here. Because we are about to run out of, like, things. A little safeguard. This is why we got the extra door. We really want the boiler room here. Unfortunately, I screwed myself out of boiler room connections to these passageways. But if we get the boiler room, we would just need one more connection to it. For the, for one more gear room, which is a higher likelihood of being drawn next to the boiler room with Steam active. Just feels like the boiler room isn't happening, is it? There has to be some kind of rule, right? We're not going to waste all of our stars on this because I'm pretty sure there's some kind of rule taking effect right now. Either we're too far in on the rank to get the boiler room or something. We're just getting these same rooms over and over again. These esoteric rules. Utility closet is right there. We'll use this to get the corner room and more redraws. Oh, it's already off. Okay. There's something going on here. It's not happening. We're not getting the gear rooms, even though I feel like we should be. There's definitely some kind of rule. There has to be. My luck can't be this bad. Maybe I should have taken that office. More rerolls, I guess. Even if we got the boiler room, that would be our last room. Even with all these dice, it's the positioning, isn't it? That and the Hall of Mirrors, it seems like it can't spawn at this part of the map. It has to probably be closer towards the center. I was just unlucky in getting it very early in the day and not later. All of these trophies mean nothing. I can't believe it. Well, there's the boiler room. That's great and all. If it came a little bit sooner, we still could have redrawn for the Hall of Mirrors. It's a little too late now, isn't it? Even if we got the Hall of Mirrors here, which we need, that would be a dead end. There's no way to get more doors for another one of these rooms. Damn. What took you so long? We should have gone south first. Because I guess there would have been a greater chance of getting the boiler room towards the middle of the map. We know the garage sort of works that way, and probably other mechanical rooms too. Well, maybe not the lab. And maybe not security. Still. So what, that's 6 now? I guess one last thing that we can do is try to get the mechanarium. Although, I don't think the mechanarium can spawn here on the edge of the map. Another one of those special rules, probably. Because if we think about it, if all 8 doors open by the rule of the mechanarium, then it would open up to, like, the outside of the house through the left side. Which probably can't happen, I imagine. Well, there's nothing left for it. I guess we can just try to redraw. Does a mechanarium connect to this even? Oh, and there might be dig spots for one more gem. No, not even that. Would there be some way to salvage this? I always have to think to yourself, is there some way to salvage this? There's usually more than you can do than you realize. But no matter what, we need the Hall of Mirrors. There are no more mechanical rooms to draw. If we consider that this room is a mulligan and it connects with the event, which I don't know if that increases our chances at getting the mechanarium or not. I don't think it does. And this is still this is not a loss here. We're just like filling out more of the house. All we would lose is steps basically, which we're not worried about right now. We just want to get back to the study for tomorrow if today is a mulligan to end our day there. We never did open up the antechamber though. What we want to do is use our redraws and continue through the north if things don't work out. Or through the south rather. I mean, that's what the strategy would be if today wasn't already dead. It's just kind of a waste of time at this point, isn't it? Okay. Make it the rumpus room, I guess. Then we'll turn around and exchange our coins for gems, I suppose. I guess a part of me is hoping that there's some mystery mechanical room outside of the Hall of Mirrors that I'm somehow forgetting and could randomly spawn in there. Or maybe I've like picked up some kind of duplicate lab or something already, which I didn't, but just as an example. Do we have one coin for Alzaro? No, he's not taking any. He's retired. Oh, I could have... damn. Well, it's not like the redraws help us anyway. Did we have the office today? I guess we're not changing our blessing. Or bonus, whatever it's called. I guess we can still make this like a full house. That'll be fun. Not really. How many steps do we need to get to the study? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's enough. But actually, if we start from the very end, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which is still enough, yeah. We can still mess around today. Today's useless to us, but we might as well mess around a little bit. Not really. Okay, well, that's our run, I guess. Not a full house, but well, whatever. Let's just use a star to get a full house. There, the secret passage. Which one of these would give us what we need? None of them. And in fact, this actually screws me out of getting any other blue rooms. Like the Hall of Mirrors if it would happen to spawn here. Pretty sure it doesn't though. Or even the other mechanical rooms. Just to check, there aren't any... well, no. Even if we did get a mechanical room, our 7th mechanical room, there is no more mechanarium slot. It's over. Bedroom? What happens if I do this? I feel like there aren't many choices for this, are there? I'm curious to see what the game does when there aren't many choices. It'd probably just be like a dead end veranda, right? Yeah. That's one thing it can be. Okay, yeah, there are more choices than I realized, I guess. Unfortunately, we never really got the antechamber. Oh, wait. I should have made that a hallway, the grand hallway, for a chance at the antechamber. Where's that lever? Right. Well, crap. We can do that some other day. That's just like a stretch goal, I guess. I think. You know, I guess... well, we can redraw and see what else happens. Not that any of this matters, but this would just be the south door, right? In case I'm wrong about that, and it does spawn in like the, another lever. No, it's just this. Yeah, the lever was a no-go. Okay. And it was the south door anyway. Okay, so I guess we're ending today with just one more interesting thing. Gotta make sure I don't run out of steps. Oh, is that just a key? Yeah. Oh, I didn't check in my bracelet. Yep, and then through the entrance hall. Oh wait, am I? Damn. This might be a problem. No, wait, we're fine. Okay. This was a good strategy, with the dice and all that. It's just poor placement in RNG, I guess. So I guess what I wanted to do today, other than end the day in the study, was at least open up the basement. We should have enough steps for that and all. And see what's going on in the antechamber, the outer antechamber, at least one of those doors. If we got the secret garden, we could have opened up all of the doors. As for now, we're just getting the one, which I guess is the most important one, I think. As long as we don't dip beneath 10 steps, we should be able to make it back to the nurse room by laws of mass. Luckily, I think this hallway only counts as one big step. Yep, there's the antechamber. The real antechamber, but we're going to the fake antechamber. After a quick stop by the nurse's room. so I guess this episode wasn't the finale after all. I put FIN right next to the title if it's the finale episode, so from the very beginning, this episode in the future was already marked as not the finale. Maybe I'll even make the title something like, not actually the finale or something. Kind of a weird title for an episode, though. I can do better than that. Or maybe I can't. We'll see. Give me steps. 'Cause I'm a baby, and I just can't end today. So what's behind this secret door of mysteries? It's this guy like we thought. But is it like more than just this? Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. What a mystery. This is the cursed box, of course, but it's also the box that appeared in the last prediction from Alzara. So maybe there's some deeper meaning than just curse mode. Or something, I don't know. Let's take a picture of that. Just to add to my collection. Well, it's something, I guess. Very weird sight here. I guess what we're gonna do is make the thumbnail this weird sight. Just because we didn't really do anything else interesting today. Something like this. I don't know, something like this. There, that's enough fishing. We'll maybe save the antechamber for another day. We're still in finale mode, so we can get the blessing of the monk like another day, and we will go as planned to the study and end our day there. After considering... No, I don't think we can make it to the code check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's already more than we can do and make it back to the station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, wait. Oh, right, we'd have to go to the foundation, which is also a no-go. Too many steps. So yeah, no emerald bracelet for subsequent runs. I could make it to the showroom and... Yeah, let's bring in 2 more items into tomorrow. The last thing we can do today. This is all just prep for the actual finale episode. I guess technically this episode is still within the normal lengths that I would have for some Blueprints episodes. Not exactly finale lengths if I go by that rule. Oh right. I spent all my money. Stupidly. On useless rerolls that don't actually matter. Okay. Well, today's over. No moon pendant. I could have really jacked up my lockpicking skills for tomorrow, but instead I spent them on dice. I guess we learned something though, didn't we? We learned a lot of things. Well, mainly one very important thing. We learned over and over again. Some rooms don't spawn on the edge. I guess the boiler room can spawn at the edge, but probably not at the very north like we were trying over and over again. If we do get a bunch of rerolls, we probably want to use them towards the middle of the house. Secure all of these mechanical rooms first. Then get the Hall of Mirrors after we get at least, I don't know, 2 or 3. Maybe even just 1. Maybe I should have just done it at the very start. And then use all of our rerolls after we get the boiler room connected up to all these vent rooms. Because this is a vent room, and this is a vent room, and so is this, also a vent room. And utility closet, I think also a vent room. Maybe. That's the strategy, I guess. We just need to make it happen. Starting tomorrow. That was a pretty ominous note at the back of the antechamber. I wonder what's actually on the left and right side now, though. We'll just save that for another time, I guess. Next time for sure is definitely, absolutely, the finale. Now would be a good time to take a break.